Welcome to Heroes Next Door. Today we're doing a station rigs on a 2018 Pierce. We're meeting back up with Jason to walk us through this truck.
Mike, how are you?
Good to see you again, Jason.
Good to see you again, too.
All right, today we're going to be talking about your 2018 Rescue, and you're going to walk us through, correct?
Correct.
This is an absolutely beautiful truck. It seems massive. All right, let's start out in the driver's seat and talk us around what you have in there.
So what we have here, it's a 2018 Pierce Velocity heavy rescue. It's a walk-in rescue, no seats in the back. It's just a utility walk-in rescue.
Okay.
So we have equipment in the back, but no seating.
Okay.
Full crew cab, 6-man cab. We'll go over that when we get into the back. Allison transmission, and you got a Cummins under the cab.
So Allison's the push-button transmission.
Yep, push-button transmission.
Okay, and up top you got all your lights and sirens and radios, or what do you got up there?
Yep, so we have our emergency lights up here, and we have our floodlights over here. Electronic sirens are here, Q air horns down on the floor, and then we have our radios, which are on a swivel here. So
okay.
Either the operator or the officer can go between the radios. A is for the top, B is for the bottom, and we also have Bluetooth headsets for all 6 seats on the apparatus.
Nice. Okay.
That way we can communicate with each other. We have a 20-foot range on these
okay.
the apparatus.
Yeah, so you can get out of the truck and use them if you need to, and do a walk around and make sure things are good.
Yep,
nice.
So if I have to do a walk up and then see what my crew needs or what I got to do with my crew, I can communicate back, hey, start getting this ready. This is what we got. If I got one in the car, or if we got any hazards, or if we got nothing at all.
Right,
you know?
right.
So
this is pretty much standard up front in the driver's compartment. I like the fact that you guys have the federal cues and stuff on the driver's side. Many times I only see those on the captain's side.
Yep, we have them on both sides.
Yeah.
So, and then we just have the officer has the pull cords on his end.
Okay.
His side.
On the window, it looks like you got a drive cam too?
Yep, so each rig is outfitted with a drive cam. That way if anything happens or we even want to go back and see what went on,
sure.
We can always go back. It's only for, just use of seeing if anything happened, if there's, God forbid, any collision or some sort of like
right.
that. So.
A lot of people have been afraid of the drive cams over the years. They're like, oh, Big Brother is watching and stuff like that. But I found that the drive cams actually are very beneficial for exactly what you said. It shows you that, we're doing what we need to do to get to the scene safely. Mm-hmm. And there's times accidents just happen.
Yep.
Or there's, not our fault. And that's going to, prove you.
Yep, and then right up here, right next to it, we have a quick reference. We have height, length, and weight of the vehicle.
So what is the height? What do you got on that?
So for the height, it's 11 foot 1 inch.
Okay.
Our length is 42 feet 11 and a half inch, and then our gross weight is 64,000 pounds, 32 tons.
Okay, so at 32 tons, is this considered you have to have a CDL to drive it?
So no, in the state of New Jersey, we don't have to have CDLs to drive fire apparatus.
Okay, I'm noticing you have drive cameras all the way around.
Yep.
Not just up front, but you have the side cameras too.
Yeah, so we also have a side camera, and we also have rear cameras too.
Okay.
So these side cameras here, they will engage if I make a left turn.
Yep.
This will come on. So say if I'm in the middle lane and there's a turning lane, I got to go around them.
Okay.
So I can see if someone's coming. If I'm backing up, I could I could toggle between camera views, see what's going on. Also for the guys in the back, there's screens right above the doors here.
Nice.
So they can see if any traffic's coming before they exit the apparatus.
Okay. And this is just a keypad to lock down the truck, or is this for maybe a Knox box?
This is a keypad lock, so if we got to lock up during an event or if something happens, then we can just lock in.
I like that. Yep. My truck has that, and I can't believe cars don't have those kind of things. So. All right, and then that brings us into the back of the cab here. Yeah. Okay, what do you got back here?
So if you want to take a look in the back here, what we got, we have four-man cab in the back.
Okay.
2 in the front, so 6 in total. 4 wireless headsets, as we spoke about before.
Yeah.
Now, as a rescue company out here, not only are we performing rescues, we also can be used to supplement fire departments for any fire scenery.
Nice.
So we
Okay.
got pack seats in the back.
Okay.
The officer also has a pack seat with 45-minute cylinders in them. So, and then we have hand lights, portable radios with all of our fire channels.
Yep.
And then we have a thermal imaging camera and a CO meter back here. as
Okay.
well.
Okay. And I love the height of the cab. You're standing directly upright, and you're not even getting close to the ceiling.
Yeah, yep.
So that's nice to have.
So we also have hand lights from the ceilings as well. We got 2 compartments up top here. We have spare fire gear.
Okay. So some extra helmets and
Some
stuff.
helmets, gloves, SCBA mask in case, something.
Yep.
Everyone's been through it at one point and may have forgotten something.
Yep. Or it drops out of my pack as I'm running to the truck.
Yep. And then on this side we have the spare tech gear. So we have like a spare when you hit rescue helmet. We have vests, extrication gloves. So we got that
That's a
back
good place
here
to
too.
kind of store that kind of stuff. Otherwise, it's kind of wasted space up there.
And then up here on this side, we have all of our rope rescue harness bags, our little Aztec kits for them
Yep.
too. They're all in these cabinets up here, different sizes.
Okay. Do you guys then do EMS out of this? Are you first responders?
So we are BLS equipped, but non-transport.
Okay.
So in this compartment here, which also can be accessible
Oh, an inside-outside
from
compartment.
this compartment here.
Okay, that makes sense.
We have we have a battery-powered floodlight. We have our jump bag, our jump kit here.
Yeah.
We have AED is also in here as well. And then we just have some basic needs up top here. So.
Yeah, your gloves, your goggles, your masks,
Yep.
and all that kind of stuff. And then down low, look, you got a couple of poles and some other gear.
Yep, so the poles will come out from the other side, where all the other fire tools you can access them from.
Okay.
We have little cones down here, and then we have some additive for our foam cans,
Okay.
for our water cans.
Yep.
And then that's pretty much it over here. There's some extra flares and caution tape
Okay.
in case it's needed.
Good inside-outside compartment.
Yep.
The one thing I do like about this is that you have these compartments that are actually roll up versus swing outs.
Yes.
Many times with the swing outs, it goes into the traffic
Mm-hmm.
lane, or you can't, get by them, and it impedes your view quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So by having roll ups, you got more safety to look straight down the truck.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The other thing I noticed is with the lights that we turned on,
Mm-hmm.
you got lights on the rails to kind of give you some glow down the side of the truck too.
Yep.
That's slick. What do you got in the cabinets?
So let's go to our first one. We have all of them labeled out. So this is the driver's side. So we have our driver 1,
Okay.
3, 5, etc.
1,
then-
3.
Then
Where's
on the
2?
other side,
Okay.
it's
So
2,
1,
4,
2.
6, 8, and so on.
Oh,
on
all
other
the odd numbers. Okay.
side.
Good.
So if someone says, all right, it's in driver 1, driver 3, driver 7.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
So let's look in the first one here.
Tools. Always love the tools.
Yep.
That's slick. Little step up
Yep. So you got a little step.
and a cascade system.
Yep. We have an onboard cascade system, and we also have calves.
Okay.
We have calf system on here. We have 30 gallons of calves on here.
Okay. Where does that come out? Where do your hoses come out for the calf system then?
In the front bumper.
Front bumper.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll get to that when we
Sure,
loop around.
sure.
So right off here, typical house tools, screwdrivers, any sockets that you need. We got sockets in here too.
Right.
Any hammers that are needed, safety glasses, some cut saws, and then down here we have our log for using our cascade system. So
Okay.
all of our forms are done
Yep.
on paper right here. So if it's training, a drill, or even at an incident, we can log it. Make
Okay.
sure we're logging it in. And we also have our Paratech toolkit in here too.
I love the little step up that you have there too.
We also have onboard air supply.
Nice.
It's off this side, so
Okay.
that's up there to run any air tools as needed. And 2 bottles at a time for the cascade.
2.
system. Yep.
Okay.
Also have our light tower controllers. We have 2 light towers on board. One above the cab, one off the driver rear.
Okay.
corner.
So in a little bit, we'll pull it out and we'll put those up and see what they look like.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Ready for the next one?
Yep.
All right. Kind of fun one.
So is this also considered kind of an air light then? If you have the light up top, you have the air.
It can be, yes.
Okay.
Yep, depending on assignment.
Okay.
So this is our driver's side extrication compartment. You're going to see something like this similar a little later.
Okay.
And we'll get into why it's like that.
Okay.
Now, we do battery-powered Homatro tools here.
Okay. All battery powered. No
Yeah,
hydraulics
so-
anymore.
We do have hydraulics on the truck. We have them on both sides, but the hydraulic reels for them are off the front of the truck.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
So our battery-powered tools, On the one side, we have a spreader cutter.
Nice
and we
heavy tray.
Yep,
Yeah.
and we also have 4 extras.
Okay.
in case.
Have you had any problems with the battery powered not having enough power to get through stuff?
I personally haven't.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't really seen or heard or read any issues. You know, don't get the battery powered because of this. But like I've had no problem. Like I'm able to, with all the training that I've been through, the drills, I'm able to get through a full car on one battery.
Nice.
That's side and roof removal.
Okay.
With
Okay.
one battery.
Looks like you got some Rams down below and
Yep.
some come-alongs.
Yep. So we have 2 Rams down below. We also have a battery powered pedal cutter.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. Yep, battery powered pedal cutter over here. Homatro pedal cutter
Right.
right here.
It's a nice setup.
Yeah. And we also tape our tool. So you see the red on here. That means it's on the driver's side, and then on the other side we have a different color.
Okay.
So we kind of decipher, you know, what side
Right.
it came from.
Then you got your wood for your cribbing.
Yep.
And are these the auto cribbers?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we have 4 auto cribs
Okay.
on this side. We also have 25 2x4s, 25 4x4s, and 10 4x6s.
Okay. Now, if you ever want to know what the auto cribbers are, we actually did a brief overview of those when we went to RIGS Fire Company a couple of months ago, where he showed us exactly what auto cribbing is about. And basically, correct me if I'm wrong, you were able to stick it underneath the truck, basically pull the pin, and it automatically cribs up.
Yeah.
And it kind of uses a spring action or some kind of hydraulic actuator, like a lift to a hood, to push it up. And the advantage that also has, if all of a sudden it starts to rotate, it'll adjust itself without having to add either a wedge or another cribbing.
Yep.
Yeah, those are pretty slick.
Yeah, I like them. They're easy to use. But we also have any types of cribbing on here. So if we can't go for the auto cribs or say they're already out, we got multiple vehicles.
Sure.
Because, you know, we got the interstate. So we have 4 auto cribs on this side here. We also have the wood for any stabilization. And we also have the junkyard dog stabilizations on here too. We got 2 long and 2 short right in this compartment.
Okay.
On the back side of here, we got some chain. We got a basket, anything.
Okay.
We have chain here, and then we also have a chain binder.
Right. Very cool.
Up top, some slings if we got to make an anchor point, or if we got to find a hook around the dirty side of a car. We could sling it up there, or we could sling a tire if we need,
Okay.
or even as an anchor for any rope or anything.
Right.
That we could sling right around the tire rim. And then we have a bag of wedges up top there.
Okay.
And then hard protection. These are all seatbelt actuated.
Yeah.
So we have some hard protection here.
Yep.
We have tarps, and then we also have our crash bags and soft protection in here.
Okay.
The crash bag consists of a Glassmaster cutter, center punches, any interior like trim removal if we got, find a seatbelt,
Yep.
airbags in there. That's all in that crash bag in there.
Okay. That's set up nice, very easy to find and well organized.
Typical wheel well on this side.
Very extra.
Spare cylinder.
Spare cylinder, and it looks like you're def on this old truck.
Yep, we got def on this side as well. So we have some battery powered tools on here.
Okay.
That's
a good way to do that. Most of the time I've seen the battery powered tools, they're laying on a shelf. And they try to pin them down or they strap them down. You're actually hanging them up vertically.
Yep. So we hang, because due to the need of the truck and our spacing and how we did it, we have our battery powered tools up here vertically. So like our sawzalls are over here, they're hung vertically to get some more room. And then on this side here, you know,
your
torque
impact
wrenches,
drills,
impacts, and all that is on that side.
Okay.
Yep.
That's pretty slick. And I love the heavy duty shelving too. Like that's sturdy stuff.
Yeah, yep. We have some airbags here. We keep the airbags right next to our air-powered unit here. So we have air pressure tools we can run out of here.
Right.
As to where up there we have we have air up top, but also that air supply up there can be for refilling bottles from distance if needed.
Okay.
So we could do that.
Right.
In here we have some extra spare cylinders, and we also have a hitch on the side if needed.
Okay.
And an eyelid. Nice little feature here. If you take this, put it right on the top here, and I can hold that up for you.
Okay. So you can hook on a strap, or you can hook on a winch or something like that.
A winch, a little hitch. You have your winch connection here, or for our monopod. We can have a monopod off the side. We got tie backs.
Oh, you got hooks up top.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that can be done from both sides or the back.
Okay.
Another spare cylinder compartment, and then our fuel intake is
fuel.
right there. Now these two compartments kind of go hand in hand.
Okay.
So right here, we have all of our strut bases and heads are in here. So for our Paratech struts.
Okay.
So we have listed out our quantities and what they are right here, so you can see. So whatever we need, if we're going from shoring as versus as trench, if we need, you know, do we need solid bases for trench or shoring, or do we need hinged for stabilization or trench? So we also have Paratech straps in here. We have some extra ratchet straps in there.
Okay.
Then we also have a lift kit, and we also have a trench high pressure control kit.
Okay.
For our high pressure bags. Rear compartment of the truck. So as I spoke, those were the heads and the bases.
Yep.
We need the struts. We got the struts.
Wow. You got struts.
We got struts. So we have taped out. This is a county coded designation.
Okay.
So which is on the sheet here. So every rescue in the county has this sheet color coded. So if it's orange, it's down and seated, it's 12-inch, extension max of 15, blue is 20 inches, is 20, and then so on. Our extension, so like one white band, two white, like here's an extension right here is a one white band.
Yep.
So then you have, you know, that's 10-inch extension, or 21, or like your 32-inch extension, that's right here. So we have extensions, we have our regular struts, and then we also have our gold struts.
Okay.
So, and then that's all listed out right here. And then who has what, so like that's listed out here. So like, if you need a 406 strut, all right, so who has 406s? Heavy Rescue 22.5, which is White House Station. Heavy Rescue, you know, this is us, and then Heavy Rescue 49.5, that's Flemington.
Okay.
So we know who has what, and then if you need a 1812 strut, only Lambertville's got it.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
but they're part of the Technical Rescue Task Force, and each one of those units are on the task force with us. So we all train together, we know our equipment.
What's the white bottle?
So our white bottle here is for our onboard cascade system.
Oh, okay.
So that feeds up top to
Tank
our
one
bank.
for the cascades.
Yeah.
Okay. That brings us around to the back side here.
Yep, around the back.
Big old step.
Yep, got the big step that comes down. Down here we have a grip hoist.
Yep.
So easy access to a grip hoist and a snap block right there. And then right into the back here.
Ooh,
So
that thing's massive.
Yep.
Got mind if I step up in it?
Go ahead.
All right. So you got some more Paratech struts up here.
Yep. So we have some more gold struts up in here. Our raker system to stabilize, say, like a wall or a side of the building from a potential collapse. This is all in here. This whole tray slides out this way.
Okay.
And pull them out from the side.
Right.
Make use of space.
Sure.
We also have our recharging station. We have a mini fridge with waters in case, you know, it's hot.
Yep, a little mini rehab, yeah.
We also have some ground ladders. We have a 24-foot and we have two 14-foots on here.
Okay.
We have our strut ropes for trench. So if we got to lower our struts down into a trench, we have all of our ropes for that.
Okay.
We have some trench shovels, and then we also, for our whales, our Paratech whales are on here, and we also have our panel ropes for our trench panels.
Right, right.
We got 4 go jacks on here too, if we got to move a car if needed.
Okay.
We slide those under the wheels, jack the car up, push it with ease.
Right, so that's what you would normally find with like in an auto mechanic or auto body shop where they want to move it around, you can move it sideways or so. You put the underneath, you basically step on a lever, it picks the whole tire up, and then you can move it around.
Yep. And so we have 4 of those, and then we have some of our concrete anchors back here, up on that top shelf.
Yep.
Everything to your right back there is all of our confined space stuff, so that's all up there.
Okay.
So we have our con space fan, our victim airline, the umbilical cords, 100 feet of the umbilical cords, and then our little SCBA bottles.
Wow. There is so much stuff in here.
Yep.
And then you got your wood down here. Is that what this is for? For shoring in?
So we have our trench, our like our little ground pads, as we call them, over here.
Okay.
Sheets of plywood. If we need to cut them up for gussets for any shoring, we can.
Or even use it as a wall for a trench, right? If you put one on each side, put your strut in between.
Yeah, so that's why we have these.
Okay.
Our trench panels. So we got 6 of them, and six is pretty much like, you know, your standard trench. You're putting in 6, 3 on each side.
Okay.
And then 3 struts per trench. So we have enough certain length struts, green struts as I'm going to call them, because that's the color. You know, that's like a common color. For our green struts, we got enough of those to set up a trench. you're going to need 9 struts.
Right.
So you need 3 per 2 panels.
Yep.
9 in total for the amount. So we have that.
Okay. Okay.
So confined space, we have a litter wheel all the way in the back.
That's what that is.
Yep.
Okay.
So that can attach to the bottom of a Stokes basket.
Okay.
That way it's kind of like a wheelbarrow. But,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
2 people, if we're doing a long walk through the woods and we can't get back there with our ASAP
Okay.
ambulance, we can attach that to the bottom of the Stokes and just wheel them around.
Right. I think I seen one of those when we were doing the dog rescue.
Mm-hmm.
They actually had a Stokes basket that had a wheel on it, and that's very similar to what that is.
Yep.
But that one looks like it's got an ATV wheel on it.
Yeah, big old terrain wheel. So we have that. Just some more raker system accessories up here.
Right.
Little giant ladder.
Bigger airbag.
Yep, 41.5-ton airbag.
Wow.
And then a little giant ladder right here. And then we have our little ladder to get up onto the roof if we got to do a tie back.
Okay, so that's the only reason you go on the roof. You don't have any coffin boxes up top.
No coffins.
Okay, so up top is basically your 2 light towers, and then access to hook up your side mount and extrication tools.
Yep.
This is slick.
So as we come back along here, again, you know, our 4x4 wedges or double gussets are here. And then any tarps that you need up top here.
Yep. And then we step back out.
Yep.
I can see why you don't have people back here. It's definitely full of equipment.
So also when you walk up here, we have all that lumber here.
You're right.
Here's all of our pre-kits for our lumber here.
Okay.
So we have 8-foot whales down here if we got to do any connections there. We have two post shoring kit pre-made, taped up. So all we got to do is just pull them out.
Right.
Go to work. We have a 1 3-post shoring kit up in here. And then we have another one up top here. So basically we can do 2 3-post shores or 2 2-post shores.
Okay. Yeah.
And if we got to do a lace post, we can take from the 3-post.
Right.
So we have all that on board here. So we carry lumber.
Yeah, when you talk about different fire departments and EMS units, you don't really think about having to do lumber when you're talking about extrication stuff.
Right.
But you got to do that to shore up things to get down to people, especially in a collapse.
So first rear compartment.
I would say this is the Milwaukee side.
Yep. So this is our Milwaukee side. We have our 2 brooms here. We have 2 more air. We have another air bottle back there as well. We also got some hand tools. We got high lift jack or farm jack. We got a battery powered STS hammer.
Okay.
So if we got to make a picket system, instead of if the sledgehammer is being used for another system,
Right.
battery powered in there, or we could use it for any concrete.
Right. Looks like you also got a bandsaw there.
Yep, bandsaws in here as well. We have the pack out kit. So we have all of our tools in here. So for shoring, we have all of our nails for our nail guns.
Right.
And such. We have our circular saws right in here. We got 2 of them. We have a 7 1/4 and a 10 1/4
Yep.
circular saws. We also have our winches back here too. So
So this is the winch that you pull out and put on the side or the back.
Side,
or
back, front.
Wherever you need to go.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we also have, as I said before, is our pack outs up here. So basically in there, we have our laminated sheets of shores if we got to make one. They're blown up images of any shoring, a 2-post, 3-post, lace post. That way, like a guy can look and be like, all right, this is what it looks like. Get that quick image in people's
Like
head.
a
All
reference
right.
guide of what you're building.
So we got a reference guide. We also, in the toolbox down here, we also carry some tape measures. We also got some iPro, and then we also got some right edge angles for everyone and tool belts.
Okay.
So. Now over here is a little unique. It's not a spare cylinder.
No?
No.
That looks like an oil dry drop.
So we have a speedy dry hopper on it.
Nice.
Speedy dry hopper, a little good use for space.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have that come out here and then they can drop out from the bottom.
Right. Where's the buckets that you would have to get to grab that real quick?
So the buckets for this are in the back and they're also in the hazmat compartment.
Okay. I think the first time I saw a hopper like that, we were at Phoenixville Fire Department and they had just put a hopper in like that. And it worked really cool.
Yeah.
You know, all you got to do is keep it topped off and it's right there.
Yep. So a little more of our cut side here. We have some torches in here.
Torches, welders, yeah.
Yep, we have some of that. Ear and Eye Pro, we have some extra in there. Any torch accessories. We also have our man and machine bag.
Okay. Okay. Is that a plasma cutter?
Yes.
Okay. Man, you guys got it all.
Yeah.
I would like just this section of the truck. Can I have this for my garage?
So right here, same thing as the other side, as we discussed. Some spare cylinders, monopod.
Yep.
Off the officer side, you can do that. If you want to put a hitch in there, same thing. Hook it up with that.
So you got eyelets on both sides, so
yeah,
it doesn't matter where you pull.
sides, and even if you could tell the roof.
Yep.
So we got them.
Very cool.
Same thing over here. Some spare cylinders there.
And you're running Scott's, MSA. What do you guys run?
So we have Scott's on board.
Okay.
So
with your cascade system, you're able to fill all bottles. You don't have to worry about the connections.
Correct.
Okay.
So some of them we have the speed connects, or the other ones. So like the quick connects, we just hook on there. We don't gotta turn the bottle on or anything. We'll fill right up. Most departments run, with the threads. You can open a bottle in it, but that I know of, only our one department, our one primary department, they got the quick connects.
Okay.
So.
And most of your departments, are they running Scott's around you, or are they running MSA, Dragger?
So some of them are doing the MSA.
Okay.
Like only a few that I know of, but around us here, we're all Scott.
Nice.
So our cut compartments, all of our saws. We have both gas, and then we have a battery-powered circular saw.
Yeah.
We have a rotary saw just for wood, and one just for metal.
Okay.
We also have different blades if we got to swap out. So, and then down here we just have our 2 roof saws, and then in the back we have a battery-powered blower. So if we got to get debris off the highway,
sure,
quick and convenient.
Makes it easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So next one, as I discussed before, the extrication compartment. You're gonna see something like this a little later.
Okay. So it's identical.
Yep. So it's identical. The only difference is some of the tools, and instead of junkyard dogs, we have some Paratex on the side.
Right. I love the fact that you have it on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Most people are like, well, I already have a set of tools. Do I need 2 new tools? Realistically, you may not pull them both out, but if you pull up to a scene, especially a truck that's 42 feet long, you only may have a certain angle that you can get into.
Right.
And the last thing you want to do is be running around a truck to get tools each and every time. So pull up to wherever you need to do, park it in the right spot, protect yourself, and get to work on either side.
And if we're cutting multiple cars, like, all right, if you're pulling from the officer side, you're on this car.
Right.
This is your, don't start taking stuff from the other side, because it's set up the same for a reason.
Yeah.
Well, again, also for the angle too, because if we're angled out and we're blocking, we don't want to get on the traffic side.
Right.
Yeah, on the safe side, we got the tools on both sides. Battery cutter, battery spreader, battery rams.
Right.
So
that's thinking ahead of the game. I like that.
Then here's some of our hazmat up here. So some booms, and then we have our buckets, so that can be for any of them.
Yeah, for your oil dry that we just talked about.
So that can be for that, and then wedge bag, crash bag, hard pro is over here, soft pro.
Yeah, everything.
For patient, yep.
That's awesome. So this side's different.
Yeah.
This does not have the cascade system on it.
So this is our rope side.
Okay.
Everything you see here involves rope.
Okay.
One way or another. So we have LSP halfback is up top. We also have all of our ropes labeled out. So 450-foot ropes, 2 300s, another 300 with a 4-to-1 pre-rig on it.
Okay.
And then we also have our Arizona Vortex right down here. Our leg bags are right here. Our anchor ropes are toward the back.
Yeah.
So strictly for any anchoring. So if you got to do anchor, or if you're doing a picket system, that's your rope you're using. And then we also have our system equipment bag and our rigging equipment bag. One's got all the clutches, the MPDs, the IDs, the pulleys, the capcos, and then the other one's got the Prosigs, the webbing, the Texora slings.
Right.
So we got all that.
So in your coverage area, how often are you doing high angle rescue stuff?
So high angle is more of like a high. So for us, it's more of the high risk, low frequency calls. We train for it. Does it really happen? Not as much. We're mostly going low angle.
Okay.
Than going high angle. Our number one out in Hunterdon County is motor vehicle extrication.
Okay.
Right after that is Swiftwater.
Okay.
No doubt. And then there's you have your good gap. That's your top. Then you have your good gap. Then any rescue almost involves rope almost.
Yeah.
Besides, vehicle, it can, but anything else, like if you trench, like how are you gonna get them out? You gotta set something up.
Yeah.
Confined space, sorry, how are they gonna get down there? You gotta set something up.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
And then I would say under that, vehicle hits a building, we're shoring up a building. So we're getting some lumber out. And then, other than that, but we train a lot with the rope because, knowing knots is a perishable skill.
Yes, it is.
And people can
yeah.
forget where
I definitely need to practice again. Yeah.
I tie them a lot just so I can keep up.
Yeah.
Hitch extensions also right here too.
Yeah.
We have shackles that can go around to any of the connection points on the rig. We also have our pickets.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
Yeah.
So we got 12 of them. And then we also have our Stokes basket for any high angle or low angle. So
okay.
That's pre-rigged for a high angle. If we got to go low, we can take all the equipment out for duplication.
So could you run this then as a rig also?
So it can and can't. Obviously, we're not a designated RIT team within our county.
Okay.
But lately, we've been supplementing RIT teams.
Okay.
So, or if we're not being manpower or operating as an engine company or a truck company, I've been on calls where they're like, how many guys you got? Or we got 4 or 5 on the truck. And they're like, all right, supplement the RIT team. No problem. A lot of us here are RIT trained, so we can supplement. But as a first out RIT truck, we are not.
Okay. Okay. Got a lot of stuff on this truck though.
Yep.
I mean, it's got everything that you need for any vehicle, and then some.
And this is our fire compartment.
Okay.
So the one compartment on the other side had the jump bag.
Yep.
That's the EMS side. This is the fire side.
So you got your water cans, your CO cans, and all your pipe holes.
Yep. So we have our pipe holes. These are our 8-footers are through here, through the compartment. Multi-tools, irons, sledge, and then all your New York, your traditionals are all right in here. 3 water cans. We do a teaspoon of foam in each one.
Okay.
And then our ABC cam. So
nice.
Yep.
All right, and then that brings us back around to the passenger side, but
yep.
This gets us back into where we got the lights on. Oh, I see the camera now.
Yep. So if you take a look all the way on the other side, you can see that monitor up top there. And then that's because we have the cameras are on all the time.
Right.
So we're seeing traffic go by.
The doors
so
open.
If we're parked, before we open that door, we want to see what's coming.
Right.
And then if we're turning, the monitor up top, we'll see what they're seeing there.
Okay.
Or if we're going right, we'll see what they're seeing here.
That's cool.
And then if we're backing up, we'll see what's going on.
Right. And that's always good for safety for any of the crew members on there. Often riding in the back, we're limited as far as the information that we're getting, other than what we can hear on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
These 2 guys are actually seeing what's going on.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Then we come back, have our officer seat over here. I have my gear here up front from earlier.
Okay.
So we have our iPad up here. So if we got to pull up any quick info. A recent program that we just got for our iPads. I'll show you. So all of our iPads are password protected. Interesting one that we just recently got. I'll show you here. This is our crash recovery system. So we can search any vehicle from a VIN or even a snapshot of a QR code. Okay. And it'll tell us make, model, anything like that.
Nice.
So I'll use my truck for example. So now here's my truck. So here's the example. Here's my truck here, 2021 Tacoma. So fuel tank, heated seats, it shows you that.
Okay.
Airbags up in the top.
Yeah.
Kind of see that, the battery location. Now, as I was telling you, this is a newer vehicle, right? So if I want to open the hood, again, it shows you. If I want to mess with the steering column, it shows you. Then it tells you, fuel types, gasoline, tells you what to do if it's on fire, underwater, and then, the legend.
So the dark green was reinforcements,
yep.
Right? So reinforced side impact handle, and so for rollover, almost like a roll cage.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's a really good system. I like it. The one cool thing I like about it is that it's got all the Teslas on here.
Okay.
They just put the Cybertruck up on here.
Nice.
So now we got the Cybertruck.
Okay.
Look at all that. But what I like about it too is that for a newer vehicle, here's the hood, how to open the hood, right? It comes with figures, right? Now here's a picture like from factory how it all opens, and it'll point out to you, you know, from there. Here's a picture from here. You know, you look there, and then here's your cut. Here's where you're cutting.
Okay.
So and it'll tell you, like it shows you everything along that.
Very cool. And that's all on the iPad that's in the truck.
Yep, that's all on the iPad here. So we downloaded it for this rig. So everyone has that. We have access to that. And then we have our accountability tag ring there.
Okay.
To give that to command when we get there. Officer tool behind my pants there. Officer CO meter. That way, if we want to put 2 upstairs, 2 are there, or if we want to walk through with a different meter, keep one fresh outside.
Right.
Get one dirty, see if any readings change. And then I have access to the emergency lights and floodlights on my side too.
Okay. And then that brings us up to the front.
Yep. Back up to the front. We got our sign, Route 78 Express. We're always out on Route 78.
Okay.
So we got that sign, you know, just a little house stuff.
Yeah, I like that.
So from your question earlier, you were asking about the hydraulic tools, you know, are we all battery? Are we half and half? Are we mixed?
Yep, because a lot of them are switching over, so.
So here's our reels.
Okay.
So we got 2 reels on the front.
Yeah.
Cutter, spreader, you can have 2 tools off.
Right up front.
Yep. And then we also have, if you want to plug in here for our junction boxes or any extension cords, you can do that right off the front here. And then this down right here, just in case. We got fire, we got a caps line.
Oh, okay.
So,
that's where the line is.
Yep,
Gotcha.
so we got 100 feet of that.
Okay.
So it'll only be pulled if any life, like if we're going to a fire, obviously it's only 30 gallons.
Right.
But it, again, situation dependent, you know, maybe. But any extrication, I've been to one where I pulled it, you know, there's a crash, someone's in the vehicle unconscious, you know, and the fire starts, you know, and we're getting there first. The caps line.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Makes sense. So. Jason, dude, this thing is absolutely massive. It's a beautiful truck. You guys have set it up so well. I hope that, you know, people are encouraged and take a look at this and think, hey, maybe I can do that. Maybe I can set something up that way, get a good idea, and keep improving our systems. So thank you so much for letting us come out and take a look at it. Once again, this was Heroes Next Door. We're doing a station RIGS with the South Branch Emergency Services. This is their heavy rescue. It's a 2018 Pierce Velocity, right? Yep. All right. Thank you all for watching. Once again, hit subscribe, hit notifications, smash those like buttons, make a comment or 2 below. We'll see you again next week.